and just the callers that were calling into that show were just absolutely hysterical. I
Imagine.
mean, just absolutely hysterical because one guy would call in and he would say something like, "Ali McCoy needs to quit. He's destroying us." But then again, we can't let him quit. We need to right this ship. I mean, it was just comedy gold. I I I don't know. It was just it was hysterical.
I made the wrong assumption. I came online, obviously, in the morning here, and then saw Ali McCoy resigns as manager. So I'm like, oh my god, the guy had some dignity and walked away. And then I kind of got up and then read the story. I'm like, oh wait, he didn't. He didn't quit. For a split second in my kind of like, when you're asleep and you're not like thinking straight, you kind of like had this moment where I thought that potentially he had some dignity, but obviously not. So yeah, I mean it's brilliant, and the fact that like the people that if he actually walked away, the people they're thinking of bringing in are like Terry Butcher.
Oh my.
Terry Butcher. Oh
Oh,
no, that is gonna be so bad. Can you imagine Terry Butcher's Rangers or Sevco versus fucking Ronnie Dyla? Like,
my
that would just
God.
be a fucking clusterfuck, man. I mean,
See, I I don't think there's any point of them that wants to play Celtic right now. I don't think there's any part of them. I think they are trembling in their boots for February 1st. I honestly think they are absolutely shitting themselves right now.
there's a guy that I went to college with who was a huge Sevconian or huge Rangers fan, and he's done the whole no, we're still a team, we're still Rangers, and blah blah blah. And recently, when I've been getting in touch with him, he's not been responding. I think he's broken. I think it's done. I think he's actually hit the stage where he doesn't care anymore. Ah, that's brilliant. I heard another story of someone. Yeah, again on the internet, someone said that they had one token hun on their work, and they broke him by singing "Alawa, Alawa, we are we are the Sevco boys." So yeah,
Oh,
brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. I mean, it's great. I mean, sometimes like over what's brilliant is some. Oh, here we go. We got Deco on the phone. Let's add him. Deco, everybody. All right, guys. After a brief moment of technical difficulties where I have managed to hang up on everyone, we now have the one and only Deco on the phone from the Aurora Celtic CFC. Deco, how you doing?
What's happening, boys? Long time no speak. What's the good word in Celtic land?
Well, you just kind of, when you called in there, you just kind of interrupted a brilliant conversation of us slagging the zombies. We're talking about Sevco, it's the gift that keeps giving.
Sevco is definitely the gift that keeps giving. I certainly hope Fat Ali does never go anywhere. Can you explain something to me? Like, I'm a semi-intelligent person that really knows F all about F all. But if you tell me that you resigned, isn't that not Canis that you get a boot in your you know whatsy and you're out the bleeding door? No, 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 no. I'm going to leave in a year, or
I'm
you
good.
pay me. Like what? What? I want his job
I want
because
his job as well.
I've never worked in a bleeding job where you can get away with that type of shenanigans. But that's sure that's grand. Sure, isn't it Sevco? They haven't a effing clue. And the most important thing about it is they are going to go completely and utterly tits up ASAP. It's going to happen.
It's gonna
The
happen.
AGM is going to be hilarious. It's going to be brilliant. They're hoping that feckin' what what's his name? The fat fucker from sorry I cursed. The fat fucker from Newcastle, whatever his name is.
Mike Ashley.
That's the one. They're hoping that he's going to be the fat guy on the white horse
Oh,
going,
fucking hell, what is
"Woohoo!"
that? Help! Dr. J, what are you doing, mate?
Apparently, Mike
Dr.
Ashley has
J's
just arrived.
kidnapped Chris.
oh my God.
Dr. J, is that
I've
you
heard
back?
that.
Yes,
What the
I've
that's
heard
me
that.
back.
fuck? What the fuck was that?
I've a very funny feeling that Mike Ashley just arrived in the building. Just sounding by that, that's literally what it was. Or maybe that was the beep, beep, beep going into the back of Ibrox when they blow the bleeding thing up and turn it into a Tesco.
That could be it. Hey, by the way, have you heard the joke? What do you call a Hun in a Santa suit?
Dunno.
A Hun. Don't let the festive suit fool you.
I don't think anyone needs to sit at home writing jokes about Sevco. They just kind of keep on giving them a salesman. Such an easy
must have
target.
got to your brain, Dr. J.
It is nothing but sunny out here. It is gorgeous out.
Chris, hold on. Chris, are you still with us?
I am.
I just wanted to make sure that like Dr. J's car didn't knock you off.
No, I just can't talk fast enough.
Oh, good, man. Oh, good. So, yeah. So, Deco, all set for Christmas, mate?
We're getting there slowly but surely. But sure, it's not about the Deco show. My name is not Big Bird or some bollocks like that. So, no, I just called in very quickly because I haven't been on one of these puppies in a long time. And I just felt that people needed just to hear the Deco talk, complete and utter bollocks.
We do. You're always welcome on the show, mate. You know that. So,
but
the sad news is you're not coming to Philly.
Unfortunately,
No!
I am not going to make Philly this year because at a moment, it was a bit of a lapse. I had an opportunity to fly over the ocean and head home for my birthday, and I took it up.
Yeah.
So I'm going back to the old land, the home country.
So actually, I better bring this up. Not a lot of people know this, but when people talk about, I know the guys down at Ploughing Stars, Seamus and on Beyond the Waves last week, were talking about how this whole thing came together. Not a lot of people really know that the Philly event last year was actually Deco's birthday, which was the whole concept started with Deco wanting to go on a road trip to New York, and then we kind of put the word out and we ended up in Philly. So how does it feel, Deco, that your birthday has become an annual event for the Celtic fans in Northern Ireland?
I'm not going to really go down that road, but you are fairly correct in what you said. Yourself and yourself were talking about doing something for my birthday, and you wanted to go to New York, and we just kind of threw it out there in social media, and then Seamus and the rest of the boys in Philly kind of jumped on board and said, well, why don't you not come back here? You were here for the Real Madrid game. Why don't we go here? And I thought, well, our birthday piss up in Philly. Why not go back and see John Joe and see Seamus, Graham, and see all the boys, the Rev, and see everybody else. Check it. Works for me.
Fair enough.
It works for you. So we jumped in the car and off we went. And then Seamus turned on one hell of a fantastic gig that weekend. I don't think I remember much of that weekend, in fairness. I will say one thing. I fell asleep in the toilet in the Plough and the Stars.
That's not the worst thing that's happened in those toilets, to be fair.
Probably true, but I do remember waking up with my head against the wall of the Plough and the Stars toilet going, what the fuck, Deco? Time to go home, time to sleep. Do you know what the problem with it was?
What?
It was 6 o'clock in the evening.
Well, I do remember this in the evening. There's certain points of the evening, or the weekend I remember. I remember, the car breaking down on the way there with me and you.
Well, I certainly hope you remember that, because that was not fucking pretty.
That was crazy. So, why don't you explain to everybody what happened with the car? Hold on.
You want me to explain?
Dr. J, where are you? You're so loud, man.
I'm in the car.
Are you in Deco's car?
I could have driven to Toronto by the time I go to Columbia and back.
Alright, cool. So Deco, tell us the story.
That's a good spot. I like Columbia. Anyway, let's not talk about our excursion down. Let's just say it was a shit show. But when we got there,
that was great.
That was good because we wound them all up and said, "Car's dead. We won't make it." And everyone was like, oh, man, I'm pissed. I can't drop it. No. And then all of a sudden, what did you do? You take over from here. What did you do?
What, when
we arrived at the front doors?
Oh, yeah, I booted the doors in and we came in singing the Celtic song.
The whole place packed. Packed. Went ballistic.
Yeah, my whole thing was when we got in, I was like, holy shit, Kelvin Wilson's here. And you're like, no, that's Dr. J.
No, you know what? It was a fantastic weekend. I really wish the boys. I'm pissed that I'm not going. I really want to because I hope this turns into an annual event in and around here. It is hard on the Eastern Seaboard because for people that don't know, we get buckets and buckets and buckets of snow, and it really is hit and miss. So I really hope it works out so well for them. The opportunity I had to go home for my birthday was too good to pass up and see the family, etc., etc. So I did that. So I really hope Seamus and all the crew do a wonderful job down there. As for Fat Ali, how does the fat pie walk away and then not walk away? It eludes me. I just love it. I think those beep beep beeps that I just heard is the demolishing team coming in, knocking down Ibrox, turning into a Tesco. I mean, there's no smoke without fire. How do you not hear we're building a Tesco at Ibrox when they were winning fucking falsely 9 in a row? There's no smoke without fire. We'll see a Tesco there soon. I can't wait to go in and buy fucking green sausage rolls and what have you. Anything green, I'm going to buy it.
Pepperamis. The
And actually,
pepperamis.
while I think of it, while I say green, apparently Domino's is in Parkhead now. Did you see the picture of the banner?
No, I didn't.
What's the colours of Domino's pizza?
There's red and blue. Have they got green and white?
Red, white, and blue.
Ah.
Guess what? Fully grey. All grey. The Domino's pizza sign is fully grey in Parkhead.
There you go. It's a world first for this Tim Parade.
There you go.
So Deco, right, it's Christmas, it's kind of the end of the year. Ronnie Dylas had halfway through the season for the man. What are your thoughts on the current state of Celtic under the leadership of our Norwegian Viking?
Like all things, when you take over the job as the Celtic manager, you are inheriting a poison chalice. I mean, the Blessed Martin will always be the Blessed Martin, but he got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So he did well. I mean, you look at he's a competent manager. There's no ifs. Martin O'Neill was a competent manager. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But he had a lot of money thrown at it. O'Neill did his job. He could have maybe done a little bit better, but he's like us. He's a piss. He likes a pint, and his team likes it. And a Neil Lennon team likes a pint.
Yep.
So you can see that. So then you bring in Dyla. It's gonna be like saying to me, a fat fucker that likes a pint, all of a sudden, right? You're training. Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. All of a sudden, then I'm doing 3 times the training. Who the fuck are you? Get the boat on your bike. I have a contract. Good luck. So he had that. He had that little bit of. How will I put it?
Breaking in period.
Any manager's going to get that, but I just think he came in way, way, way too hard. He was all about this is the way it is. Every manager wants to stamp their authority on. They want to come in and say, I'm the boss. Doesn't matter whether it's football or anything else. He wanted to come in and say, this is it. This is how it's going to work. Have yourself a nice day. Well, it's a bit hard to say that to a couple of pissheads. And I may be doing the team injustice by calling them that. But the stark reality is, anytime there is a transition in any phase, in any business, you're going to have troubled waters. And unfortunately, when you play and work for Celtic, there is no time for troubled waters. It has to be 100% 24/7. So I see the pros and the cons. I've seen how he's come in, how he's developed, how he's gone on. He's doing a reasonable job. I still think he needs to learn the game because the game is totally different. I mean, the Scottish game is one of the last games where we see really rough and tumble soccer. We don't see finesse. We just see down, dirty football, which I love. I love the fact when they go in with two feet up front, etc., etc. That type of football is coming to an end. I mean, it's no different from us over here when we've seen Yankee ball or we've seen hockey where they were just dirty fuckers. They'd put your ice skate right into your leg, etc., etc. Those days are gone. It was exciting. It was good. Don't get me wrong, finesse is good. I just think Delia took a little while. Any manager takes a while to come in. Do I think he'll do well? I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if he does the treble. And if he does the treble, what does that make him as a Celtic manager?
Yeah,
a legend.
Hey, Deco, let me ask you a quick question. Do you obviously his training and points about fitness have been well documented with Lee Griffiths as far as what he's wanted Lee to do. And as you said, Lee may have been the best finisher in the world, but as Paul would say, excuse me, After that, he really didn't show very much, even talk about going to Hibs for a little while. Then all of a sudden, he brings him back into the team at the expense in Europe of Skipovic. And now all of a sudden, Griffiths finds a spot on the bench.